Hello, teacher.
Hello, Esteban. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Excuse me for yesterday. My cell phone was
Discharged?
discharged,
Discharged?
and no, what do you say? No estuve al final de la clase, los 10 minutes.
Ah, I wasn't.
I wasn't.
Espérate, te lo escribo exactamente como es. I wasn't the last 10 minutes of the class, like this.
I
I
wasn't
wasn't
the
the last.
last 10
Mhm.
minutes of the class. Excuse me.
Okay, okay. Well, no worries. It's like the first time it happened, so I understand it happens sometimes. So it's perfectly valid. No worries.
Thank you.
Mhm. All right. We were having like the last part, do you know, that we were speaking and using the gerunds and the infinitives, and I told you where the homework was, but only that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Hi, everyone. Hello, guys. Hi, Sophia.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Sandra. Andres, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning,
Good
teacher.
morning, teacher.
Morning, guys. Welcome. Welcome to the class. So, wait a
Thank you.
minute. Wait a minute, I'm gonna share the screen. Give me just a couple of seconds while I open it. And it's in this one. This is okay. So today is our ninth class. Yes. And as I told you the previous class, um we are going to have, let's say, a round of reviews. We're going to talk about different issues connected to this world of gastronomy and tourism. However, remember that the next class, we are going to have like a consolidation session. Yes, that class is like as a way of saying it, like a checkpoint. Yes, where I want to see how you have been and how you have done this level, this course. I'm going to check the workshop tasks. I'm going to check the what you have done about the project so far. Yeah, so we are going to have like a session to analyze everything that has been going on, but that's gonna be next class. All right. As of today, we are going to continue talking about the topic we have been seeing. But guys, there is something and a learning strategy that I'm going to emphasize on today. Why? Because this is a moment in which I need you to speak a little bit more. Yes. What do I feel? I feel that you are a little bit, how can I say it? Giving just simple answers to certain questions. And this is a moment in which I need you to expand your ideas more. Not just saying one sentence to answer and that's it, but to expand and give more information. I'm going to help you by giving you today one structure, one strategy that we can apply in order to provide a full answer, like a more complete answer, and that we can have like all the details of ideas that you want to share. Okay. So, Jason, can you help me with the communication objective, please?
Hola, hola, buenos
Hey,
días.
Jason. Hi.
Rick,
¿Cómo así que buenos días? In Spanish, buenos días.
good morning.
Ah, I was
Good morning,
saying.
teacher.
Yes.
Read the objectives.
Yes, please.
Communicate, como, no sé cómo se dice, comunicativo.
Com communicative.
Communicative.
Uh-huh.
Express preference and stress-related habits using gerunds, infinitives, and base forms in hospitality context.
Mhm. One reminder, Jason, don't forget that in this word, the H It's like a J in Spanish. So you say hospitality, hospitality.
Hospitality.
Ajá. But, hospita. Esta T sí es fuerte, hospita. Y esta es la que es suave como R. Hospitality.
Yes, teacher.
Okay?
Hospitality.
Yes, that's it. Thank you. So, stress-related habits, how to manage and deal with these uncomfortable situations that we can sometimes encounter, and we are going to, of course, mix it with this topic. Um, and Natalia, can you help me with the language objective, please?
Use gerundios and infinitives to talk about a balance and balance.
Yes, that's it. So, guys, we need to continue with this topic we started a couple of days ago. That is the gerunds and infinitives. Why? Because we need to keep on practicing and repeating and remembering those forms. I saw that the last class, by using the questions, like providing more answers, you were giving a better like context of this. But it's important to remember that we need more repetition in this area, and of course interiorize more the basic forms and some of the complex ones. Okay, so guys, in order to start the first activity, we are going to analyze situations that can become stressful in these types of jobs connected to gastronomy and hospitality. So Angela, can you please help me read the instructions for this activity here?
Okay. Warm-up. Take a look at the following pictures. What would you avoid doing in the middle of the situation? What's the best way to manage these issues?
Yes. One thing, Angela, this SS you pronounce shoes, issues, issues. Uh-huh.
Issues.
Yes, that's
Okay,
correct.
thank you.
Okay, so guys, this time I want you to think not how to prevent it. That was what we discussed the previous class, not what to do before or how to be prepared. No, I want you to imagine, and of course, you are going to discuss the three situations. I want you to imagine that you are in this situation. Yes, for example, in the first one, that you have flakes in the kitchen where you work. Yes. The second one, that you, for example, have a customer that is rude and demanding. Maybe you are working at a hotel or you are in your own restaurant, whatever, and the customer is super rude and demanding. And the last situation, it's an unsatisfied customer with a tour. Like you receive a bad review of your tour, and the person maybe starts telling other people, no, this is the best tour that I have ever been to. Don't ever go to that. Yes. Situations that, of course, in this environment, especially because this is related to sanity and, of course, like the image, yes, this is connected to customer service, and this as well, especially when they are not satisfied with the service we offer. So what you are going to do here, and the idea of this, is to discuss these two questions in light of the three situations. Yes, most of you have dealt with customers. Yes, some of you have, let's say, been in the middle of situations that maybe are the best. And remember, what would you avoid in the middle of the situation? If you are in that situation, like it happened, what would you avoid doing? Number one. And number two, what is the best way to manage the issue for you? What is the best way to control the situation, to have a better consequence of it? Okay. So guys, something that I want to share with you is the strategy I told you at the beginning. So what happens? Sometimes when we are giving an answer, we just say a sentence and that's it. Yes, like, what would you do in situation? No, I would be very angry. But are we really communicating if we just say an isolated sentence and that's it? No, guys, something important to do is that you have a structured way of organizing the answers that you give in different contexts. Okay. One of the best ways to do it, it's maybe you are familiar with it, the Oreo strategy. It's called Oreo because it has four parts. The opinion, that it's what you think. The reason, that it's, well, one argument that supports your idea. An example, a real life example of your situation. And the last O is a restatement of your opinion. You say your opinion again. That is because sometimes we are speaking and maybe we forget what my partner, or I might forget what my partner said first. So I say, okay, maybe I need the person to repeat again the opinion in order to give a full answer. I'm going to give you an example. Let's imagine my negative situation. I'm going to use another one. It's that I have a student who is very rude. Muy grosero, is very rude, yes? And then I'm going to answer the question that we had at the beginning of the activity. What would you avoid doing in the middle of the situation? So in my case, I consider I would avoid fighting with the student, like maybe screaming or shouting to the student. To support my idea, it's of my thought that you cannot do the same things the student or a rude person is doing, especially because that is going to create more problems. So I gave my reason. For example, once I had a student who was very rude, and he was like 13 years old, a teenager more or less. And what I tried to do was to remain calm and look for other solutions because he wanted to fight with me. So that is what I did in the situation. That's why I think, y acá vuelvo a mi opinión, I go back to my opinion. That's why I think that I would avoid fighting with the student in a situation like that. So as you can see, I spoke for like 1 minute. Yes. I mean, I just didn't, I not just didn't say, I think you can fight with the student. No, I gave a reason why I think that. I gave a real life example, and then I restated my idea so you could identify what I said before. So I want you to apply the strategy, guys, and I want you to speak about each of this topic minimum for 1 minute each situation. Okay? 1 minute each of these situations. That is so you can expand ideas, give full answers, yes, and your partners can understand what you are giving opinions about. Is there any question you may have, guys, before we go to breakout rooms? Yeah. So please take a screenshot. Don't forget to take the screenshot before we go. And if you maybe need the strategy here, you can take a screenshot as well. So you can organize your answer and your speech as you give your answer and reply to this question. So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds. Okay. So guys, let's join the rooms. Yeah.
Hi, Carolina. Mm, más o menos. Espérame. Mm, Ay, no puedo. Wait. No. Yes. Um, for the first question, I would avoid losing my cool. Looking, losing, lost, lost. I would avoid losing my cool. Yo evitaría perder la calma. I would avoid losing my calm. um, uh, by looking for solutions. For example, I would clean. Mm, I can fumigate. ¿Cómo es el futuro? I could fumigate. Repeat, please. I understand. Yes. Okay. Mhm. Um, In this case, I would avoid being rude, but I would be firm. Mm. Considerar siempre shopping, pues, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, nice, nice. Mm. I would ask what what is your eh, mm, espérame, busco la palabra que no sé cómo es. Mm, what is your non-conformity? Inconformidad. Ay, aquí me sale un conformity, pero no lo sé. Disagreement. Eh, after I after to know what is, uh, for example, if the customer is mm, Is the satisfied? I look I I would look would look uh, solutions for solutions. Mm, but if the customer uh, don't have the reason, I be a, I will be uh, I will be firm. Es como irracional. No, es que el audio acá en mi computador es un poquito bajito, pero yo alcanzo a oír.
Hold heavy, not so easy to carry situations or to handle, yes. And we are and not only in this area, but in many areas, we're all the time exposed to being in different in situations that are unexpected and that of course can lead to um, maybe sometimes violent or awful what's the name of it, consequences, yes. So in this case, we started exploring. Yes, we recycled a little bit the gerunds and the infinitives. But guys, the important in this class, and since we are going to be discussing different situations, it's to keep in mind how to give the opinion, guys. So what I want you to do is to start expanding a little bit more. Sometimes we think like, okay, for me it's difficult because I don't have enough vocabulary, or maybe I get confused with some of my grammar, or maybe I don't use correctly the verb tenses. But something that it's very relevant is that even though you have some limitations, it's good to have a good structure as you speak, especially for giving the answer. Yes, if I'm going to say an opinion, I know I give an opinion, a reason, and an example, and I'm giving a full answer. Yes, if I know that I am replying to a question, I know that I provide my answer, the reason. The reason is like the most important part, and maybe an opposite side to be considered. Yes, so thinking and having all of these structures will help you expand your ideas a little bit more and to speak more, even if sometimes we have some words that maybe we don't know so well, or maybe vocabulary structures that are not so um, correctly used. Okay, so guys, before continuing with the next part, I'm gonna take the screenshot, okay, of the class. So I'm gonna take it now, 3, 2, 1, and good, I have it. All right, you guys, so continuing. As today we are talking about feelings, situations, how to describe a situation, how to describe a feeling. We are going to analyze not grammar today because we remain with gerunds and infinitives, but vocabulary. So I want you to analyze these words that are here. Okay, guys, as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute, that I next one. Yes, it's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to analyze the words that are here and to think about the following descriptions, because here we have two types of words, okay? One type of word are adjectives. Remember that adjectives refer to characteristics that express the person's feelings, yes, how a person feels. The second, it's a type of words in which the adjective express the adjectives express the thing that causes the emotion. Yes, this time it's not talking about the feeling that the person is feeling for the sake of redundancy, but the other type of adjective is describing the origin of the emotion. Yes, like the thing that causes the emotion. So guys, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to identify which from this list that is here, which are the adjectives that are referred to person's feelings, and which from this list are the adjectives that express the thing that causes the emotion. Okay, so 2 minutes individually, just analyzing, and then I start asking so we can see the differentiation between them. So 2 minutes to analyze. Okay, guys. So, so. Um, Now we are going to see what are the answers to this. Okay. So, esperanza. From this list of adjectives, which adjectives or characteristics express the person's feelings?
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
An example or all words?
No, just tell me the words. As of now, just the words.
A person feeling. For
Mhm.
example, boring,
Okay, you say boring.
stressing,
All right.
um, scaring,
All right.
and I I don't, how do you pronounce guilty,
Guilty.
guilty, no
Mhm.
more.
No more. Okay. Well, no. So what happens here, Esperanza? It's the opposite. This, well, actually, the only one that yes, it's the word that is expressing a feeling, a person's feeling. It's guilty. Okay,
Okay.
guilty expresses how a person feels. Yes, the feeling. However, these ones that you told me, ing, boring, stressing, scaring, they
Mhm.
are not the feeling. They are the origin, the thing that causes that emotion. Okay. If I want to talk about the feeling, I'm going to use rested, stressed, scared, and bored. So, mm, Esperanza, do you see something that is similar between these words? Something similar?
Yes, the last part of the words is
Mm-hmm.
ed.
Exactly. This is
Mhm.
called, well, if we put like formal terms, this is called, um, I forgot what I was going to say. A suffix. The suffix is the last syllable of the word. Yeah. And when I want to express how a person feels, I'm going to use the adjectives that end in ed. Yes. Scared, stressed, rested, bored. Yes. That is one type, those are one type of adjectives. However, you have to keep in mind that, and as you can see here, I gave you an example. Guilty doesn't end in ed nor ing. So what happens? These are other type of adjectives, yes? But if we want to, let's say, group them, we could understand that ed, or when I see adjectives that end in ed, or that I can include the suffix ed, it's because I am talking about the person's feeling, yes? That means a scaring, stressing, and boring are the origin of my feeling. Yes. So I can say that I am stressed, that I feel stressed. Yes. But I can also say that, I don't know, that my neighbors are stressing. In that case, I'm telling you that they are the origin of my stress. They are the thing that cause my feeling of being stressed. Yes. So actually, I found a list that I considered it reunites most many of the adjectives that we use in different contexts. It's a very basic list, but still provides a well feeling, no, a well feeling, no, overview of how these adjectives are organized. And what I need you to be and to keep in mind it's the ending. Remember that this cannot be applied to all adjectives because we have many different type of adjectives. Yes, we have words like beautiful, ugly, guilty, the one that I provided before. Yes, these are for the ones that can be or that can have ed or ing. Something important that you have to keep in mind, and let's say that you say, but teacher, what type of adjectives? The adjectives that can have the ed or ing are the adjectives that have as a basis a verb, an action. Yes. So for example, I put admire and admiring. Yes. These two adjectives mean something different. I feel admired or I am admired. Yes, como que soy admirado por alguien. Yes. And that person is admiring. Yes, in this case es el origen, ¿sí? Es lo que yo opino, de esa, casi que lo que recibe mi opinión. Yeah. And if you see,
Teacher,
these
it's like
have
a,
a basis. Give me a
excuse
second,
me.
Sandra. I close this and you ask me a question. Okay. And to have the basis, this is going to have a verb. And the basic verb I have in this word, it's admire. That is the action. For example, I admire my mom. I admire my dad. I admire the artist that stand up against Israel. For example, yes, it's just an example. But you are going to provide many verbs here. Okay? So Sandra and then Christian.
Yes, teacher, I say that if it's like a admirado and admirable.
Exactly.
That's all.
That's correct. That's correct. Christian?
Teacher, can I say I am boring for describe myself?
Again. I am.
I am boring. If I want describe myself, can I say I am boring
Uh-huh. Yes.
myself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You can say I'm
But
boring.
I'm boring. So if it's a situation bored,
If
maybe
it's
the
uh-huh.
okay, thanks. I got
But
it.
be careful with that, Christian, because you said if it's a situation, it's also boring. But if it's the feeling, it would be bored. Yes, how I feel. How what is my feeling in this moment? I'm bored, I'm amazed, I'm confused, I'm
Yes.
disappointed. Yes. And to
Okay.
describe something, you are right. And actually, that is a good clarification, Kristen. And to describe something, I'm going to use ing. So I can say, I am boring, not because it's the feeling I have, but it's like a personality trait that I have. Yes, que soy una persona aburrida, sería en este caso,
Okay.
as I am describing. So yes, actually you gave a good one there, Kristen. So this would be more for characteristics, no? And this one, feelings. So we don't get confused. Thank you, Kristen.
Thanks.
Esperanza? Okay, you, thank you. Esperanza, tell me.
I want,
Kristen, escribe.
I want, I want to know if I understand you.
Yeah.
In the past, we speak about the cause of the feel and the person feeling. Yes.
Yes.
In the person feeling, the word finish in ed. Yes.
Yeah.
In the cause of the feel in an ing. But
yes.
in this list, in both lists, are they adjective? The two are adjective?
Yes. In both, I am using adjectives because I'm talking about characteristics. Yes. What is the issue? I'm going to say here. With one type of adjective, I am describing the feeling. With the other type of adjective, I am describing, I'm giving a description of something. In this case, as you say, like the thing that causes the emotion. Yes. When I say I am boring, es porque yo soy la que causo la emoción de aburrimiento en otras personas. I cause the emotion. But if I say the movie is boring, uh, there I am saying that the movie is the origin of how I feel or of the feeling. Yes. So that's why Anne Christian gave a good explanation there. With ing, I'm going to give a description of something. And with ed, I am telling the emotion. How do I know which verbs have these, which adjectives have these forms? Because as I was writing here, guys, they are originally actions. Yes, they are originally verbs. Yes. But what I do is that I transform the verb into the what? Into the adjective. Yes. Admire. I admire you. I am admired, or the situation is admiring. Amaze. She amazed me. I am amazed, or I am amazing. I am saying two different things. Okay. So, Esperanza, did I solve your doubt? Yeah, no, maybe. Yes, okay. Guys,
It's clear. Thank you.
all right. Okay, okay, great. Yes, Miller, tell me.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I can understand that those feelings uh, are adjectives, but that I produce. Yes.
I don't understand your question. Repeat it, please.
So I understand. I understand that those words in the column of the adjectives are adjectives that I produce of the other people. Yes.
But you are telling me adjectives, but both columns are adjectives. Do you mean ed adjectives or ing? Which of those? Because if you tell me ed, okay, okay. No, ed are the feelings that I have or the person has. Yes. I feel admired, amazed, confused. Actually, in Spanish, the equivalence is like admirado, sorprendido, confundido, aburrido. It's like that ending. And it's because I am explaining my feeling with the ed. The other description that you gave, Miller, that description is for the ing because they are like the thing that causes me or other people that emotion. Yes. At the end, ing, it's going to be a description. Esto es así, esta persona es así, esto es así. And with the ed,
Got it.
I am saying, the feeling. Yes. Did I solve your question?
Yes, I got it.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Great. Great, great, great. Angie.
Teacher, what is the difference between it is and that is?
I know it's the same. The main difference it's the proximity. Yeah. Normally I'm going to use that for things that are far from me. Yes. For example, if I am here and let's imagine that there is a teacher there atrás. Yes. Tengo que quitar el fondo para que me entienda. Okay. Yes. And I say that teacher, la que está allá, ¿sí lo ven? That teacher is exciting. Yes, because her classes are super, super well. And I'm using that because it's far from me. And it doesn't have proximity or anything. I'm just describing something that it's
So,
something.
so that is for ing, ing?
Not precisely, but most of the time, yes. Yeah. But only that, Angie, in this case is because I'm describing something far. Let's say that, yes, I'm going to use it for mostly for ing. And because I'm talking about other things, I'm like describing. So mainly I can be using it more for ing. Mhm. But remember that I can also say use the ing with I am. That's why I put here the explanation. For example, if I say I am disgusting, yes, estoy diciendo que yo soy esa persona desagradable. Yo tengo esa característica. I'm giving the description of myself. I am not saying the feeling, I am giving the description. Okay? So it depends on what you say. Yes. So if you want to talk about feeling, I am an ed adjective. I am worried, I am bored, I am surprised, because I'm talking about the feeling. If it's not the feeling, but an external or a description, I'm going to use ing. And that it's commonly used with the ing because normally when I say something that is far, something far, I'm going to be describing that issue or that situation. Yes. Any other question, guys? Okay. First thing first, practice. We need to get familiar with it. So, sorry for the practice. We're going to work on a link, okay? This time not to just two sentences, but also to identify, yes? What's the idea of this activity? That you check the sentence, yes? And you identify if they are describing something or if they are talking about feelings, yes? Remember that for the feelings, I can be using I am, I feel, for example, I find, yes, I find, I don't know, learning English very exciting, for example, because I'm talking about an outsider description. Um, if I am saying a characteristic of an object, yes. So I'm gonna send you the link here through the chat. Yes. And you are going to complete the activity. All right. Remember, analyze the context of the sentence and select the proper adjective to complete it, depending if it's a feeling or if it's a description. Okay. So let's take 5 minutes, perhaps. I will ask you when we are done, and then we continue with the next part.
Teacher, the link does open.
Doesn't open?
Doesn't open for me.
Oh my gosh, let me see. Nobody's working. Maybe if you copy and paste it. Esperanza, because I try opening on another tab and it opens. If you want, Esperanza, try again and you tell me if it works. Did it work, Esperanza?
Excuse me, teacher, en Spanish. Se queda ahí navegando, navegando y después se abrió y había muchas letras y con Pinterest, pero no más.
Ay, qué
No
raro,
me
porque a
abrió.
mí sí me funciona. De
Entonces
pronto
los
será el
demás, ¿cómo lo
internet.
vieron?
De pronto si lo copias y lo pegas. Oh, ven, te busco otro link. Like just to activity. And I sent it just to you. Then I'll send you work with it. Maybe this one. I'm going to send you another one. And you tell me if it works.
Teacher, lo copié en otro lado y ahí sí me abrió.
Ah, okay. Maybe it's
Sí.
the direct link.
Gracias.
Okay.
Excuse,
Yes.
sure. In the column of ing adjectives, you put in the in the structure the final I am space blank space and description.
Uh-huh.
But this one is for use just with ed adjectives, isn't it?
No, no. It turns out, Miller, te voy a silenciar porque hay mucho ruido de fondo. Okay. It turns out that with the ing adjective, it's not, I mean, when I use the verb to be I am, yeah, when I say I am, I not only say feelings, yes, I don't say I am happy, I am sad, I am disappointed, I am worried. I not only say that, I also say, descriptions, yes, of myself. So if I say I am bored, is valid because I'm saying like estoy en una situación que no me estimula lo suficiente, entonces estoy aburrido o aburrida, yes? Okay, I am describing a feeling in that sentence. But if I say I am boring, yes, el verbo to be ahora lo estoy utilizando es para decir una característica de mí, o sea, una descripción de mí, a description of myself. So in this case, I'm saying I am boring. Estoy diciendo como, no literalmente, pero es como soy aburrida. No estoy aburrida, sino soy aburrida. O sea, soy una persona que causa aburrimiento. That would be the explanation. Yes. Igual que con este ejemplo, for example, I am embarrassed. Aquí puedo estar diciendo estoy avergonzada, hice algo y me da mucha pena. I am embarrassed. I am saying the feeling. But if I say I am embarrassing, yes, I am saying a description of myself. Soy una persona que da vergüenza, que de pronto hace cosas un poco torpes y causa vergüenza. Yes. So you can use I am for ing if you are giving a description. But if you can use the verb to be I am, yes, for ed if you are talking about a feeling. Do you get me now, Miller? Yeah, okay. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right. Guys, did you finish or do you need more time? Or done? Yes, ready?
I
A little
finished.
bit more. Okay, okay, Mariana, thank you. All right, 1 minute for the ones that are maybe just finishing, and then if you have questions, you ask me. If not, we go with the next activity. Okay, guys, questions. Do you have questions about the activity, about anything we did um, in that context? Or no questions? All right.
Maybe
Yeah.
I feel a little confused with the number 5, but
Okay.
I choose the bad option. But
But
I
do you know?
understand.
You understand?
So because the confusion was fishing
Okay.
boring, double
Yeah.
ing.
Okay, Sandra, let me explain. Do you remember the class where we saw the gerunds and the infinitives, and I told you that when we add ing to an action, we are transforming the action into a noun? In this case, we are saying the name of the activity. Yes? In this context, Sandra, this fishing is this gerund as subject. Yes? Es un gerundio como un sujeto. Yes? Is that. Why? The base verb is fish. Fish in Spanish means pescar, yes? But in this sentence, they are using this word fishing as the name of the activity, la pesca, yes? So if I want to use it in that way, the issue is that in English, it
Okay, I
doesn't exist
understand.
a word, and in this case, I have to use fishing. So that's why, but they are different words. Fishing,
Okay.
the noun, and boring, the adjective in this case, because she thinks that this activity has the description of being boring.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
that's it.
It's
All
clear.
right. Great, 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 great. No, but I know, I was thinking like, maybe that one they are going to be like ing, but yeah. Yeah. And it can happen with any situation. I can say, oh, guys, you know what? I find driving exciting. Yes. And I am repeating, but it's because first I'm talking about the activity and then I'm saying the characteristic of the activity, the description. Alrighty. So, guys, let's pass to the next part in which we are going to speak. And in this one, we are going to mix adjectives and gerunds and infinitives, of course. So guys, for this, I want you to also recycle this strategy. Remember, minimum 40 seconds speaking, no less than 40 seconds, okay? As we are going to discuss questions, I would like you to give a full idea, yes, a complete idea on the questions and the situations that you are going to be asked about, yeah? For example, one of the question is, how do you avoid stressing? No, for instance, what do you suggest doing when a guest feels bored during a tour? Yes, let's imagine that you are part of a tour and then you see and a guest is bored and the guest is like, "Ah, I don't like this, I don't blah, blah, blah." What would you do in that situation? So the idea is to put ourselves in those shoes, yes, of experiencing those moments of problems at job in the area in which we are dealing with, and trying to share an answer on that, but of course recycling the adjectives that we saw a moment ago and the gerunds and the infinitives in the context in which you are going to see them included. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna send you the questions. Obviously, everything here is idealistic. Um, um, and that would be it. So guys, questions. Okay, so let me send you the link. And we are done by now. So I think it's here. Todos en la reunión. Control P. So remember, one person shares the screen and you discuss. So important, identify and see, is your partner giving you a full answer, a full opinion, reason, example? Yes. And most importantly, guys, in order to see if you understand your partner, I want you to tell your partner if you agree, de acuerdo, or disagree, no de acuerdo. Yes. So you can say, oh, yes, I agree if you understand the idea because blah, blah, blah. Or I disagree. And you give an opposite opinion. This is because I want you to see and to discuss things in a more connected way. Yes. And not just giving an answer and that's it. So guys, I'm gonna send you to breakout rooms, yes, for having this discussion. And that would be it. So you have the link, you have everything. So guys, please join the rooms now.
Hola. Ay, qué pena, es que no entendí la actividad. Debemos responder a esas preguntas que la profesora puso ahí. Voy a ver. Listo. The first question is how will you avoid stressing of customer when there's a delay in service? En pocas palabras, eso quiere decir eh, ¿cómo evitarías estresar a los clientes cuando hay un retraso en el servicio? Yo creo que cuando hay mucha gente, ¿no? Stay positive, calm. Ajá. Thanks. Thank you for your patience. Your order will be ready soon. Sí, evitar problems, no problems. ¿Ah? Sí. Ajá. Y acá también hay gente muy grosera, son groseros. O, o se sienten los dueños de la tienda. Ajá, sí, es cierto. Sí, es cierto. In the second sentence is what would you suggest doing when a guest feel bored during a tour? Ajá, motivate. Sí, es cierto. Ay, no, no, exacto. Yo digo que hay formas de motivar. Ajá. No, hacer más creativa la cosa, de verdad. Ponerle otro. Sí, exacto, que no haya tanta carreta. Sí. Ahora, otra cosa, tú puedes dar premios, o sea, dar premios, no sé cómo decirlo. Dices, we are the champion. Ah, no, pero por lo menos cuando a ti te dan el dulcecito, un detalle, un llavero, todas esas cosas motivan, ¿no? Algo, sí. Bueno, hay que buscar formas de motivar. Sí, eso es cierto. The three, third, second. Sí, sí, entiendo. Yo, sí, no, yo por eso digo que, o sea, para gustos los colores. O sea, si hay algo que a uno no le gusta, o sea, si a ti no te gustan los animales y todo, y visitando un zoológico, imagínate una experiencia, va a ser la peor experiencia de tu vida, ¿no? es algo incómodo, pero por lo menos algo que he visto en los zoológicos es que hay tiendas de animales, hay guías turísticos, eh, incluso hay secciones porque hay gente que de todas formas tampoco es que le encanten todos los animales salvajes, hay gente que se enfoca más por la parte de los animales acuáticos, ¿sí? O de pronto si la gente se aburre del restaurante, o, ¿sí? O ya como el parque del café. Entonces, si a ti no te gusta de pronto ya la parte de naturaleza, pues entonces te vas a la parte de juegos y atracciones, o sí, o de bebidas, sí, para todos los gustos, pienso, ¿no? Esa es mi opinión. Sí, es cierto. Eh, Sí. Claro, pero mira que algo que también yo he aprendido acá en este curso es por lo menos el caso que veíamos del chef que no le quiso sacar las alcaparras al plato, ¿sí? Y en muchas ocasiones uno llega a un lugar y lastimosamente tiene que cumplir las reglas, ¿sí? Porque es que si tú llegas hablando del ejemplo del zoológico y ves de pronto la parte de las serpientes y las víboras y dicen que no te acerques, entonces si la gente se quiere tirar allá por una foto o algo, lastimosamente tiene que cumplir las reglas, así se estrese, así se ofusque, así de todo. Hay momentos donde lastimosamente, oiga, qué pena eh, el mismo personal le tiene que decir, oiga, ahí no se puede subir, tiene que usar el cinturón de seguridad, sí, hasta este límite usted puede llegar. No, no es el momento como para darle el gusto a la gente al 100% cuando hay reglas, ¿sí? Uy, sí. Por lo menos yo tuve actividades con militares y con los militares si es a las 8 de la mañana, la actividad arranca a las 8. No es que va a ser el espectáculo, ay, no, es que toca esperar a que todos se terminen de vestir. No, a las 8 y si no llegaron, suerte. Sí, entonces hay reglas. Avanzamos a la tercera. Eh, alguna vez y los turnos son muy agobiantes. ¿Cómo? ¿Me escuchan? Yo trabajaba en hospital y muchas veces he llegado y cuando mi compañero de turno, he encontrado a mis compañeros de turno al punto de llorar, que sencillamente llega uno con mejor energía, más recargado, mejor actitud y uno les dice, entrégueme turno y a veces quisieran expresar si tienen tantas ganas de llorar que uno lo que dice es como, no, entrégame y vete y descansas. Y también me ha pasado que uno se va con el nudo en la garganta y no puede decir nada. La frustración a veces es duro, uno en ese estrés llega al límite de que puede de verdad eh, llorar delante de todos. Ahora es terrible cuando tú trabajas y trabajas y trabajas en ese, por lo menos en ese medio, y que realmente es como si no hicieras nada. Para todo el mundo es como tan poco gratificante lo que hiciste. O sea, entre más te matas, como que, ah, ¿y usted qué hizo? Sí, es duro. sí. O ahora, otra cosa, de pronto tú puedes tener tu restaurante, en tu restaurante te puedes esmerar haciendo la comida, los platos, y que llegue alguien y de alguna forma vaya y diga que está horrible, que está salado, que está simple, que está frío. Uy, eso es. Mm, Uy, sí. Uy, sí. Uy, sí. Y que eso es lo que uno más se fija en la higiene del restaurante, las mesas, en todo, ¿no? Y en la higiene del personal.
Okay, guys, guess I'm unmuted. Yeah. All right. Well, mm, what could I see? I saw that you were keeping in mind and being careful on using these forms, yes, especially when describing something or talking about a feeling, yes. And it's important we learn how to differentiate these contexts because when you use just the adjectives like, yes, ing, I don't care what they mean, you are committing a mistake in terms of how the ideas should be organized, right? And it's going to be sometimes very difficult to know if you are describing a feeling or if it's something that makes you feel that way or whatever it is, okay? Guys, one thing I would like to share with you, it's class preparation. Actually, for the class preparation, you are not going to have like prepare something big because as I told you, the next class, we are going to have a space to talk about the project and what we have done so far. Up to this moment, you have completed with one and week two. Yes, I'm going to explain in a moment how you will complete week three, sorry. But what happens in this case? It's important that we get to the point in which we have had 3 steps of the project but where we also explore and identify how we are going to start organizing everything together. So that is the consolidation session of the next class, yes? Like to see how you are completing this information, how you are dealing and organizing it, okay? That means, guys, that for the final or well in this case for the instruction, yes, on how to complete week 3, I am going to ask you to complete one secondary part of the project that deals with talking about the experience. Why? Because up to this moment we have created our what? Our general sorry, I forgot it. Personal statement. Yes, we have organized like the first part of this, but we need to also think on how we are going to describe experience. Yes, and actually this is going to be closely connected not only to um, to the full and overall topics we have seen in this second unit, but also it's going to have a little connection with the previous activity that was in connection to the oh my gosh, I'm forgetting words today to the other grammar topics we have seen. Okay, so how are we going to do it? And I am going to share with you like a little description I created, so for you it's clear. So for the week 3, let me share the screen here with the part that it's connected to this. For the week 3, you are going to describe your current or your recent job and study experiences using first present simple, recycling gerunds and infinitives to talk about responsibilities, preferences, and goals. Yes, I provided an example. And connect those experiences to the chosen project role. So in general, the instruction on how to do it is you use present simple to say something that you are studying now. And of course, present perfect to say your studies, the studies that you have done. Yes. I want you to also include the gerunds and the infinitives as you explained that work experience and that study experience as well. Yes. And finally, a little reflection on how this experience will help you prepare for the chosen role. Remember that you are applying for an ideal role. Yeah, so we need to keep in mind why or how these experiences are connected to this. Yes, this is going to be like a little part I want you to include. Of course, what I want you to keep in mind in this is that you include the present simple, the present perfect, the gerunds, and the infinitives. Okay, so you can organize it. And as class preparation, well, you are not going to have anything else but to organize the project steps and to practice gerunds and infinitives so you can keep on using them and applying them in class. Alrighty? Guys, questions before we go?
Teacher, I don't know if it's possible or if is I'll be able to receive feedback about the project. I I sent the to how do you say to archivos, I forget. To
Documents?
documents, yes. But I don't know if it's well or not.
That's why it's the consolidation for next Tuesday. I'm going to tell you what to fix, what is going well. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Any other question, guys? Oh, but, as of now, Sandra, you can start working on this third part. Yes. Then I will give you the full feedback, and you will well give your or correct it as it's necessary, if it's necessary.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. Any other question, guys? Maybe. So don't forget, you will have practice,
Teacher,
guys. Please.
teacher,
Yes.
excuse me. Excuse me in Spanish. Ese proyecto se cuelga ahí en donde aparece week 1, 2, 3.
Sí. Lo de la semana 1 ya lo debieron de haber posteado en la semana 1. Lo de la semana 2 en la semana 2 y este que es el tercero lo postearán en esta tercera semana.
Ok,
Yes.
gracias.
Paula? Okay.
Teacher, I not understand the class preparation.
No, the class preparation is just to practice on the link. I'm going to upload a link on Q10. So the idea is to practice on the links that I'm going to post. The topic gerunds, infinitives, and the adjectives that we saw today.
Profe, una pregunta.
Espérame un segundo, Jason. Paula.
I can speak in Spanish.
Yes.
Es que no entendí bien porque no entendí si la otra semana es como evaluación o algo así.
No, consolidación se llama. O sea, lo que voy a hacer es que les voy a dar como retroalimentación de lo que han subido en el proyecto hasta ahora.
Ah,
Qué
ok.
cosas hay que arreglar, cómo vamos a irlo organizando, porque pues la idea es que también lo vayan organizando en la hoja de vida,
Ah,
en
listo.
inglés.
Sí, sí.
¿Listo? Ajá,
Thank you.
pero es por eso. No es evaluación, sino sí, es como como unos comentarios que les daré como para ir mejorando pues lo que es, porque la idea es que queden con un producto final de hoja de vida.
Thank you.
En inglés. ¿Ok? Jason, ahora sí.
Profe, es que algunos no tenemos experiencia en gastronomía y turismo y pues obviamente estamos con lo del proyecto. ¿La información tiene que ser real o podemos realmente recrear como una hoja de vida como si fuéramos chef o algo?
Pues digamos que ahí va a depender a lo que tú aplicas. ¿no? Porque pues por eso les dije de pronto, digamos, en tu caso que tú aspiras un poco más de pronto como a un café o a un restaurante, sí, o sea, como abrir algo en tu cuenta, ¿sí?
Ajá.
Digamos, algo que tú debes presentarte y poner es como aprender a presentar una propuesta de creación. Y para esto también, digamos, sería necesario, por ejemplo, poner la experiencia de, no sé, de pronto de manejo de dineros o de manejo de algún negocio, alguna cosa así. O sea,
Ok,
como que también esté un poco conectado a lo que tú quieres. Porque,
algo
digamos, si
previo.
tú pones, no sé, como gerente en un hotel, pero si realmente no te interesa, pues como que pues el ejercicio no sería tan significativo como si esto, o sea, como que, bueno, yo quiero aprender a decir o presentar una propuesta de negocio, por ejemplo.
Ok,
Entonces, para eso quiero decir que yo tengo cierta experiencia, no sé, de pronto en algo de contabilidad o una que otra cosa que me ayuda de pronto a conocer un poco cómo se crearía un negocio, por ejemplo.
sí,
¿Listo? Que
sí.
esté, digamos, conectado a lo que tú alguna vez me comentaste que era tu intención. Ok,
Ok, profe.
ok. Guys, remember tomorrow you have the workshop. Okay, so don't forget to join the class. And that would be it. See you next Tuesday. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you.
Have a nice one.
Bye bye.
Bye, take care.